Hi, how are you today? We're here with Kristi Brown, life coach, CEO of Life Fusion. And for me, it's an honor to have you here. I'm very thankful because you invited me to a summit in US. So for me, it's an honor to have you here. It's not going to be one interview. It's going to be like a lot of interviews with you because you are a lightning soul for me. And I think that my audience will be honored to know you and to know what you're doing right now. And you already told me something, but I want to know more about Kristi. I want to know details about Kristi's journey. Yes. So I want you to tell me, how do you begin this journey being a CEO, being a life coach? Can you tell us?
I sure can. I want to say thank you for having me on and us being able to collaborate again since the summit. You're a beautiful soul, a beautiful sister, and there's many more to come, especially with the new Mama Kate. It's going to be a podcast.
Yes, of
Yes.
course. The rebranding. The
Yeah.
rebranding is going to be fabulous.
Yes.
Yes.
But as far
So,
as how I began the journey and the total fusion being birthed, I'd say that my love and passion for external, internal was all the way back in high school, which is, like 3 decades ago.
yes, of
and
course.
and so it's kind of started more so with the external, doing like proms and updos and makeup and things like that, and just the feel that gave my friends. And then I would do myself last, but just for them to feel beautiful and confident to go to prom, and just, they would bring dresses over, and I would from head to toe just, wardrobe and everything, shoes, pick out everything, the hair pieces and earrings and things. So that was more of the external, and then there was also the internal. There was um I was a cheerleader and a gymnast, and I always had that heart for what do they call it? The kind of the underdog, I guess. I don't like
Yes.
people seeing being picked on or being bullied and that kind of thing. And so by I guess, by being cheerleader and gymnast and things like that, I would see somebody that would get picked on, and it was like, oh, my heart would just, like just cry out. And I'd be like, leave it, I'd be talking to boys, leave them alone. Go sit in your seat. Uh, they are who they are. And so it was just the love of people, and wanting to see people happy and not hurt. And even back then, there's just always how kids can be. And so the passion for the external and internal just kind of kept building, and being a cheer coach, competition cheer coach, to a personal trainer, helping people with their weight and wardrobe, just the whole 9 yards of it. And so the pieces started coming together for Total Fusion. I thought, okay, it's the hair and the makeup and things like that. Well, I went through a couple of divorces, being a single mom, like 10 years in between each marriage, and just the deep dive in those puzzle pieces coming together of like why people do the things that they do, to have that understanding of the psyche and the human design, and just the psychology and the astrology and what was in the stars and what made people tick, and started putting it all together and doing the Reiki, being a Reiki master practitioner, Karuna Ki, and Thai reflexology and shiatsu massage, and the list could go on and on, to go with the master cosmetology and the makeup artistry and things like that. But just using my gifts and realizing like them coming to surface, and the healer coming out just very strong, and having that understanding of that, okay, so this is the total fusion. Once something's fused together, it can't be broken. And so once we have that internal and external with that total fusion, then we have those healthy boundaries, and we have the it's not that necessarily, I don't like to say, well, we've got to heal this or got to heal that, because that means you got to live back in it and relive it and
Yes.
relive it.
Yes.
So there's that's why I have the let go and the let
Let
God,
go.
let go and let God. And so that's one of the things we have to learn in life, is that, to let go. And that can be, it says it's something so easy, but it's like one of the hardest things that people go through. Um, and it's just a simple kind of understanding. It's like just grasp it and wrap your mind around that. Once you let go of all that mess and all of that, resentment, unforgiveness, and things like that, you're making room for what's trying to get to you. You're trying, you make room for that love.
Yes, yes, I make room for the love too, and we're sisters of light because I think that when you live now, it's what makes it better, no? If you already heal everything that you have, and you're happy in your life, and if you do the path for happiness with actions that make you happy and have a purpose of life and everything, it's better for us to grow, to make things for others. But why it's inspiring for you helping people to do that work, that profound work that you make with them?
That's a good question. Of
Yes.
course, of course, each person is their own entity, and they have their own, personal situations and circumstances and things that they want to, get through and work through. And that's the thing. I tell them, I'll let you be in this emotion for a moment, but you're not going to stay in it.
Yes, of course.
And so we help with being that light, and helping to teach and guide and mentor, and just to pass along that knowledge and the wisdom of other things that we've taught ourselves, that we have certifications for, and also the life experiences with. It brings a ripple out to the families and to the children, and makes a generation to generation healing ripple.
Yes, and you teach them how to do it too.
Cor-
When
Oh
they
yeah,
go with you, you teach them all the things that they need, all the tools that they need for life. I think that's interesting. That's interesting when you see all the testimonies of all the help that you made. It's wow, this is amazing. So it's worth it. No, it's worth it when you see the positive changes in people, and it's worth it when you see when their life is it's different. Yes.
absolutely.
So absolutely, I think about that every day of my life, and that makes me passionate of what I do too. So this one is a hard question too. I like to make hard questions. So our interview is gonna be interesting today. What do you think the world needs today?
The world today needs a lot, but I think, and feel that, I guess the top three would be love, forgiveness, and trust.
Yes.
And so by having that in our life, we are able to, like I was telling you before, you're able to replace, fear, and replace the resentment and the unforgiveness and just the hardships that people go through, and to be able to make room for the love and the forgiveness and trust. And there would be so much more understanding. I think there would be the break in, like, the racial stuff and all that kind of thing, because I never saw color growing up, or never saw size, or anything like that. I just loved people and just wanted to see them happy, you know? And so it's the depth of the heart and the soul and getting out of the mind and
Yes,
having
and
that.
I
Mhm,
yes, having that and respect that, because every one of us are different. Every
mhm,
one of us have different ideas, and we have to be tolerant with the ideas, and we have to hear the idea so we can learn about it. No,
mhm. Yes.
so and I think yes, today's world is has good people too, but I think that governments and everything, if we see that part in its difficult
Mhm.
world, we have to have values, human values, and love is one of the things that makes everything work right.
That is correct. Yes, I mean,
That's
that
correct.
yes.
If we don't have values, if we don't have love, what are we going to do?
Yeah, because you can't have, you know, you can't have fear and love in the same entity. It can't be in the same space. So
Yes.
there that goes for the I like to just say, just clean the slate, baby. Just, you know, clean it. And don't take that like what this person did or that person did 20 years ago and go, oh, well, Sally Joe over here, she might do the same thing. No, you know, that's assumptions. And so it's just giving people that love and saying, I see the love in you that I
Yes.
yes, and seeing that love in others and instead of the all of the delusions and the illusions, you know, because everybody has their own battles. Everybody has their own different battles that they go through. And you never know what that person in front of you is going through at the moment if they're
Yes.
being a certain way to someone, you know, or they're treating him, you know, or whatnot. And of course, adding gas to that fuel would be to just da 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 back, you know. But when you calm it down, just like the storm, and you calm it
Yes.
down with love, and it's just, you know, it's like a hug. It's like a child looking at you and smiling. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to smile back, you know.
Yes. Yes.
So it's just
So
love.
yes, and a hug and a smile and saying I love you, it's something powerful. It's something powerful that we have to practice every day, and we have to do it every day, and don't let anyone say to you something that it's gonna hurt you too. I love what you told us, that you help people and say to people that no, you didn't have to say that to her or to him. So you were right about your purpose of helping people when you were younger, and so you are like a light today, and it makes you powerful too. All the work that you made, all the studies that you have, and everything. You know, so to be the CEO of today's CEOs, wow, wow.
Oh, well,
What can I
thank you.
tell you?
Thank you.
A last message for our audience here. I know that they know Spanish, but there's some audiences here that know English, and all of my audience like to hear English right now, so they can go to your channels too and everything. They share
Yes.
everything with all my guests.
Awesome, awesome. I think yeah, because I know, hola and
Okay.
muy bonita.
Ah, okay. Beautiful, beautiful.
You know, that because that's what it is that, you know, being the brand, the new branding, the Mama K, I mean, that's, I'm the godmama to mamas, whether it's a whether you got a pet, you know,
Yes,
or a little puppy or whatnot, you know, I mean, you're still a mom and, you know, it's not that you have to have an actual child, you know, but that there was one thing I was going to tell you about is, with the womb and the women, um, some of the me being a vessel for miracles, being for birth, for women that were on fertility for like thousands of dollars, and being like hearing that they hadn't been able to, conceive. And so it's like, well, because we worked together at the time, and I was like, well, let's go in here in the closet and we're gonna fix that. And within a week, there was two of them. There was two women. One had spent like 50,000 in fertility, and one had spent like 30. I was like, no, God, you're a woman and you want a child. God wants you to have that. So let's go make it happen. You got to do your part, of course. You got to do the
Yes,
action. But
they.
within a week, both of them became pregnated. And so they're about 14, 15-year-old children now is the age of them.
Wow, that's a
So,
nice testimony, life testimony, and I love it because yes, it has to be, everything has to be with how we program our minds, our soul, our emotions, and everything. So you gave that this woman, these two women, you gave them that. You
oh, it's
work
been
with
more.
them,
Yeah, it's been more than
accompany.
that. That was just
Yes,
two.
more, more.
Yeah. Yeah, that there was just two of them at a time. There's, just talking about the healing and the miracles of being that vessel and being used in so many different ways and modalities, and having a huge toolbox of tools and modalities to be able to use and help and share those with others, depending on what their needs and situations are. But I mean, there's been incurable diseases that there's been like
Yes.
doctors having blood work on their desk and going, I need to see you in my office. I don't know but they were fixing to get a liver transplant, and they're like, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it.
Yes, of course, and that's miracles can happen too, and we help people to know that they can do something too with their lives. They can create the path for happiness, and yes, a pet is like a son. For me, my pet is like a son too. I have two. I have a daughter and a son, but I have a pet and it's like my son. It's my
Mm.
third son, and my children know that, and it's like you love him more than us. No, but
Well, I
I
mean,
love you the
people have,
same.
yes, yes, and people have gardens. I mean, if they don't have a pet or
Yes,
children, their garden, or you can you can be a mama to a lot of things.
yes, for a lot of things, and you can be a mother to, like when you teach a group, or when you are with a group in at school. I had like um, special trips with the students, so I had to take care of them. I was like the mom for the trip, and it was like a full responsibility of a bus of 45 kids and teenagers.
Wow. Oh, yes.
So it was, yes, a big responsibility for me when I worked at schools. But well,
That's like having 45 full-time jobs, like, having
yes,
a mama that is at home with one child is equivalent to a full-time job.
yes,
Yeah. So
yes,
you
of
was a
course,
busy woman.
yes. Well, I'm busy too right now, but it's different. It's different.
Right.
So, where can we find you now, Christy Brown? What are you doing right now? Programs, everything, and where can we find you in the net?
I have a link tree that I'll send you, and it
Yes,
has it has a link to it that goes to the summit, actually. And then as things are changing over to the Mama K brand, then I'll send more. But there's Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook. I have the Facebook group. Um, there's let's see, and Twitter, and gosh, there's so many. Pretty much on any social platforms, social media. And there's things that will be like courses and all kinds of just there's a lot that's in the funnels.
Okay, so send me the link so I can add it here in this interview, so everyone can know what you're doing right now and can go to your courses, can go to your summit, can go to the Facebook group and everything, and they can know you better and all your programs. So for me, it's an honor today to have you here. And no, to have a CEO is for me, wow. and a sister, and a sister, and uh, someone that believe in me for my work and that sees my work a lot, and I appreciate everything that you do on your channels, on the Facebook group, with all the messages that I wrote. So for me it's an honor, and I loved your Facebook group, and I will share a lot of things there, so your audience and my audience can share all the information about us. And thank you for this interview today, and
Absolutely, yes.
see you in another interview, and I will send you all the dates so we can have you here frequently here
Okay.
and more
Yes,
and more.
absolutely, absolutely. I wanna say one other thing to the audiences
Yes,
is that don't live in the old identity that you've been told, the old stories that you've told yourself or that's been told to you. Make room for those new stories, those new chapters, those new books, and make the space for those that are trying to love you and get the love to you to receive it and give it and have a new identity of who you know that you're meant to be, who your birthright is. A new story with love.
yes, yes, and that's right. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in what you are, and you have to believe in your new you.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
because you
right.
have to love yourself before someone else can love you or before you can let them love you to the way to the fullest. We have to love ourselves first. It's like the oxygen mask. You got to put it on first. We want to say, oh no, we got to put it on our kids. But if we don't put it on us, we can't take care of them. So
Of course.
self-love, self-care, and dropping into the heart space and getting out of the mind.
Thank you. Thank you for today. See you. See you soon. See you
Yes,
soon. And we're
thank
going
you.
to be doing this interview so everyone here in my audience can know you. So bye. See
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye.
Bye.
Adiós a todos. Somos su amiga Clara Govela y su amiga Kristi Brown. Bye to everyone. I'm your friend Clara Govela and your friend Kristi Brown here on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Bye.